Well, in the MTC, they joked that it's the Adamic language because it takes an eternity to learn. But it's actually not. It's once you start learning it, it's pretty close to English. I think other people say it's not, but I would say the pronunciation is hardest. Would be hardest because the G's and the R's are all glottal, so they're way back in your throat. So, like a dessert is like le flødepot, and so it's like way back here instead of so they don't say refrigerated vegetable because if you ask them to say that, like they'll get you to say which is a dessert, and we'll say, yeah, well, you say refrigerated vegetable, and they won't say it because it's too hard for them to say the R's and the G's in the front instead of the back. And the vowels are pretty hard too, but I would say if you just put your heart into it and just I think it took me a few months to get to that point where I was speaking only Danish, and a companion and I did a contest and we challenged each other. And so if we didn't know a word, we would talk around it. So I didn't know the word for toaster, which is actually toaster kind of in English anyway, or Danish. So instead I said, the machine that you stick bread in and it comes up dry and brown, because I knew all of those words, but I didn't know the word for toaster. So that was great because it made me learn how to explain things differently. And so I was able to use the language more. So I would say play games, try to just speak Danish, which can be kind of overwhelming, but it's really great when you really grasp the language and are able to teach fully like in the language, and you start thinking in Danish, and it's really cool. So it makes a difference.